Welcome back to another Roblox City tutorial, everyone. Today we'll be working with our building series. So we'll be creating realistic trees. So it'll look something like this. Essentially what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be using decals, but it's pretty good if you're still a beginner. Now to begin with, we're just going to go to models, set your move to exactly zero point 0.1 stud, and then set rotate to 11.25. Next we're going to insert a part, and then we're going to scale it to your liking. This will be our leaves for the tree. Then just set that to your position. Now just go to home, click on toolbox, click on images, get let's say a bush for now. So actually this looks pretty good for now. And we can place it down here. Go to view, go to explorer, find your decal, and here we have our decal. Just copy it over here, and we placed it into the base plate. So make sure to place it into the part itself. And then place it over here. Duplicate your item. We're going to do this. Control D. Rotate. Then we're going to repeat this process until we have like a full circle. Now, just to make this a little bit faster, we can duplicate all of the parts that we have currently. And this is what will happen if you don't duplicate it correctly. So make sure that you duplicate everything correctly. So Control D. And then you can do this. It's much faster. And then you can continue with the process. Now it's pretty much the same. It's you're technically just creating a circle, really. Now the more the gap is filled, the more realistic it'll look in the end. Now this is going to be our final mesh, or final part, since this is actually pretty similar to when you're creating, a mesh with Blender. So if we can just set transparency to 1 for everything, and that's it for creating the bush itself. Now, if you want to create a script, so that it looks like it's actually moving, you would have to put a script into each individual part, since we're not unioning this. But this will be pretty much it for creating realistic terrain. You can just group this, anchor, and now over here, as you can see, you have a realistic terrain. Now, again, you can just use something like setting your model, and then in move 0 0.1 studs to 0 studs. This will make it so that the gaps are filled a little bit better than 0.1 stud, since on 0.1 stud you're perfectly moving on the axis. But this will be it for creating, our realistic mesh. So hopefully next time you can create, a script for how it could look like when it's moving. It'll make it look like so that it is, like blowing in the wind. That you can just create that by putting in an individual script. But yeah, that'll be it for now for creating the realistic terrain.